Between 10 and 13 October 2025, Spain faced another devastating wave of severe weather, as torrential rain and flash floods struck Catalonia and surrounding regions. Over 4 days, powerful storms triggered chaos across the northeast of the country, submerging roads, isolating communities, and forcing mass emergency responses. The Spanish State Meteorological Agency, AEMET, issued multiple red and orange alerts, warning residents of extreme rainfall and rapidly rising rivers. In provinces such as Tarragona, entire neighborhoods were engulfed by water within minutes as drainage systems failed under the overwhelming pressure of continuous downpours. Meteorologists describe the system as a DENA, or Depresión Aislada en Niveles Altos, known internationally as a cold drop. This phenomenon occurs when a pocket of cold air collides with warm, humid Mediterranean air, creating unstable atmospheric conditions capable of producing torrential rainfall in short bursts. During this event, storms became nearly stationary, dumping massive volumes of water over the same areas for hours on end. Rainfall totals in parts of Catalonia reached levels not seen in decades, with rivers like the Francolí swelling far beyond their normal limits and spilling into nearby towns.
Pasa mi gente, aquí en el Agua Park.
By 11th October, emergency lines were flooded with distress calls from trapped motorists and residents. Swift water rescue teams worked through the night, saving dozens from vehicles swept away by strong currents. Firefighters, civil protection forces, and local police coordinated efforts to evacuate families from ground-floor apartments as water levels continued to rise. Streets turned into rivers, homes were filled with mud, and electricity outages left entire districts in darkness. In some towns, rainfall within 24 hours exceeded the entire monthly average, devastating already saturated soils and sparking landslides that blocked key transport routes. On the 12th of October, the storm reached its peak intensity. The city of Tarragona and several nearby municipalities experienced severe flooding that cut off access to highways and railways. Schools were closed, and emergency shelters were established for displaced families. Agricultural areas suffered extensive damage as floodwaters swept through vineyards, olive groves, and farmlands. Videos shared online captured cars floating down streets and rescue boats navigating through residential zones. For many residents, it was a terrifying reminder of how quickly heavy rain can become a life-threatening flood. By 13th October, rainfall began to ease, but the aftermath revealed extensive destruction. Cleanup operations started immediately, with municipal workers clearing debris and pumping water from basements and underpasses. Local governments declared disaster zones to accelerate aid and compensation processes. Engineers began inspecting bridges and public infrastructure for structural damage, while hydrologists warned that saturated ground could still trigger secondary floods in the coming days. Despite the severity of the event, rapid emergency response helped prevent large-scale casualties, though property damage and economic losses are expected to be significant. Experts highlighted the increasing role of climate change in intensifying Spain's rainfall extremes. Warmer sea surface temperatures in the Mediterranean feed moisture into storm systems, leading to heavier and more unpredictable precipitation. Combined with rapid urbanization, impermeable surfaces, and outdated drainage infrastructure, even moderate storms can now trigger destructive floods. Officials from AEMET and the Catalan government emphasized the need for long-term adaptation, improving drainage capacity, restoring natural floodplains, and reinforcing public awareness campaigns to prepare communities for future events. The October floods also reignited debate about land management in Spain's coastal regions. Hydrologists urged authorities to implement sustainable urban planning, while environmental groups called for restoring natural wetlands and buffer zones that can absorb excess rainfall. The event once again demonstrated that preparedness, modern infrastructure, and public cooperation are key to reducing disaster impacts in a changing climate. Thank you for watching this in-depth report on the flooding in Spain from October 10th to 13th, 2025. If you found this update informative, please like, share, and subscribe to Disasters Verse for more global reports and verified coverage of extreme natural events. Your engagement helps us spread awareness and support those affected. Stay alert, stay informed, and remember, nature's power demands respect, preparation, and unity. Until next time, take care and stay safe.